part of the problem we have is when we know we need to do something, sometimes we even don't mind doing it or even want to do it, and we still don't do it, right? It's so irresponsible and so like, why haven't I done it? There's a reason for it. It's a condition where you know what to do, you know how to do it, but you just can't do it. You just don't do it. So we can do the things. We need some sort of external cue, a timer or a friend or accountability partner. But just on our own, our brain does not have the chemicals, the process that makes us just go, okay, I'm gonna do it, here I go. The first 2 minutes of this video, I'm gonna play it. Is that weird? I don't care. It's Jessica, I don't know her last name. It's her YouTube channel, it's called How to ADHD. It's not illegal, I mean, it's a public, the content is out there for us. If any of y'all want to use any of my YouTube channel content and just show it to people, I'm just gonna play like 2 minutes of this. You get motivated and you're doing things, all of a sudden you're not motivated anymore and you can't move for an hour. Is there things we can do?
Dopamine, noun, is a neurotransmitter, a chemical released by neurons to send signals to other neurons that plays a large role in motivation and behavior. It's often referred to as the pleasure chemical, which can be a bit confusing because dopamine doesn't actually create pleasure. What dopamine is released in the brain during pleasurable situations, like eating a piece of cake, which stimulates us to further seek out those rewarding situations. Dopamine helps with learning and memory, cognitive and emotion regulation, movement, sensory processing, even sleep. Levels of dopamine in the brain, especially in the prefrontal cortex, help in improved working memory, attention, problem solving, and other cognitive functions. But in ADHD, we don't have normal levels of dopamine in the brain. As a result, core aspects of our reward system work differently. So intellectually, we might understand that doing this thing now will lead to a reward later, but our brains don't light up in anticipation of that reward. We don't experience the same boost in motivation when anticipating a future reward, so that there's lower levels of dopamine floating around to hit our dopamine receptors. This is complicated. They have trouble sustaining effort toward long-term goals, and why, especially when untreated, we might be more susceptible than our neurotypical peers to engaging in activities that provide more immediate forms of dopamine, like video games, impulse buying, petting an animal, jumping on the bed, cookies, stuff that makes you feel good right away, getting specific, immediate, positive feedback. This is also why treating ADHD typically involves boosting dopamine levels through stimulant medication. If you don't make your own, store-bought is fine. If you don't make your own, store-bought is fine. That doesn't mean the more dopamine, the better. Having too much or too little dopamine can create challenges. You kind of want to balance the chemical cocktail in your brain. And researchers believe there's more to ADHD than just a dopamine deficiency, especially since there are different presentations of ADHD.
Wait, I'm processing that. ADHD medications work dramatically well, but fewer than half of adult patients could be considered consistently medicated. When clinicians make incorrect dosing decisions and harbor negative attitudes around medication. I know at least 6 of you have experienced that. And I know I did too. If your own doctor that you trust is like, I don't really think we should be on that. It's kind of dangerous. I mean, we believe them. Why wouldn't we? I mean, now I know better, so now I would say, I respectfully disagree. What's way more harmful than anything this drug could do is a depression and anxiety, suicides, lost marriages, jobs, drug and alcohol abuse in an attempt to get the dopamine. Those are more harmful than a drug that's in and out of your system. It's like, okay, I just know that when I take it, I am myself and I can do what I'm supposed to be doing on this earth. So that's why I'm like, I'm here as long as I got a voice. Patients must understand that ADHD is essentially a lifelong neurological condition. Anytime you hear in your head like nobody else or everybody else can do this, it's a lie. There's always hope. Our brains can change. We know the neuroplasticity and God can do anything. You're not alone, and a lot of us are this way, and so it's a lie that you're the only one. I have goosebumps, right? The more normal we feel and capable, the better our brains will work anyway, because we won't have that spike of the emotion that makes the part of our brain that needs us to be calm to work better. That's it. Drink some water and do something enjoyable, and then do something on your list. Okay. I was in a bad place. I was unstable because of feeling crazy, like I'm crazy. I'm making this up, and apparently I don't need the medication. She's telling me I don't really even need it that much. It makes me furious because at least doctors should know the bare minimum to be able to tell people it exists, it's a real thing. Let me refer you to a specialist that can tell you about it. But no, they're like, you don't need that stuff. You don't need that medicine. Us, Special Pebbles, Bright Flowers.